is all over the internet. I do in fact love to collect games and consoles. And I recently just got 3 new consoles in my collection: the Xbox, PS2 Slim, and the Wii Mini. And I have wanted a Wii Mini so badly, and I finally have one. So today's the day that we get to sit down and talk about it together. Plus, I thought it'd be really fun to show you guys some things that I found and kind of just like dive deep into like what's really so different about these compact consoles and just compare them to, like, you know, their original counterparts. And much like a PC, a gaming console is really just designed for like a specific purpose, and that purpose is to run games as efficiently as possible. But unlike your average computer, consoles often focus on a streamlined, optimized experience, which means every component is carefully engineered for like its maximum performance to run your games. And at the heart of every gaming console is your motherboard. On a console's motherboard, you'll find your CPU and GPU, which are just tailored to handle, like, you know, your games. Like I mentioned before, you guys aren't dumb. You remember what I said, right? Right? You did? There's a quiz at the end of this video, so I hope you're taking notes. Consoles are usually highly integrated with like many components that have been soldered directly onto that motherboard, where parts are just often more modular and can be like swapped out. But that means like repairing like a broken or malfunctioning part in a console can like be like way more difficult than just like, you know, swapping out like your GPU or like hard drive in a PC. And I've recently seen like a lot of like insides of consoles. Freaks. My boyfriend is actually like really into like fixing broken consoles, and he has done like a ton of work recently fixing an Xbox 360 Slim that he got, and it was like overheating like crazy, you know, like they do after years of it just sitting in someone's drawer. It's funny because he just blasted it with just a heat gun and just resoldered just like tiny 2 resistors on it, and it worked. He even fixed the PS2 Slim, and also just fixed my childhood N64. It really honestly just needed to be cleaned. That was it. It was just very rusty in there. So everyone say thank you, Lucas. Thank you. And I've always tried to take care of my consoles like the best that I can. That means dusting so much. I don't want my consoles to overheat, especially my little Wii U. I love my Wii U so much. I love the Wii U. And with the Wii and the Wii Mini, they differ quite a bit in like terms of computing power and with their hardware features and obviously the overall design of it. The Wii Mini is black and red, and I think they like kind of did this, you know, because it is like the Nintendo like color scheme after all. And I can't lie, I think it looks really good. It kind of reminds me of like a retro console like the NES. And let's not forget, the Wii also came in different colors, right? There was red. Wasn't there black? There was black. And then white. And again, to point out the obvious to you guys, the Wii and the Wii Mini varied in size. The Wii Mini is supposed to be this like compact console, but it's funny because I always kind of found the Wii to be pretty compact in size as well. But side by side, the Wii Mini is a tad bit smaller. And I can't help but chuckle just a little bit because when you put the AC power brick right next to it, it is still oddly large, and it is almost half the size of the Wii Mini system. The Wii Mini also features a top loading disk drive. Unlike the Wii, it has the front loading disk drive, multiple ports, and, you know, connections for like a GameCube controller. The Wii's main processing unit consists of a PowerPC based CPU and an ATI graphics processor. Obviously nowadays this is very outdated, but at the time that was really highly efficient for gaming. And with the Wii Mini, it shares the same exact CPU and GPU as the original Wii. So in terms of like processing power and like the performance, it's pretty identical. And when you put up like the same game side by side, there's like really no difference at all. Both consoles are honestly very capable of holding that like 480p resolution from back in the day. The original Wii's internal storage had 512 megabytes, and the Wii Mini shares that same amount of storage. But unlike the Wii, there is no SD card slot. You can't expand storage or use it to download any digital software. And like you guys all know, I'm just reiterating it because again, you guys are going to have a quiz. Wii has the front loading disk drive. It's capable of reading both Wii disc and GameCube disc, but with the Wii Mini, it is not backwards compatible. So no double dash. You were just stuck playing Mario Kart Wii. And while you're only able to access the weakest of the Mario Karts, you weren't even able to play online. And for Mario Kart, especially Mario Kart Wii, that is Nintendo's most popular online game. And this is because the Wii Mini lacks Wi-Fi support, so no Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer for you. Or the Wii Shop, dude. which sucks. Like, how unfortunate. You can't even experience that banger. They marketed the Wii Mini as this like budget-friendly version of the Wii. And when the Wii came out, it was around $250 at the time. And with the Wii Mini, it was around $100, which, you know, it is a significant price drop. That again, you're literally only paying just to play Wii games. Basically just the bare bones of the system, because you're not even going to be able to be online either, which if that's like what people are looking for, great. But I'm still honestly kind of confused on this whole thing. So the Wii was released back in 2006 and the Wii Mini was released 6 years later in 2012. The same year the Wii U was released. So I'm like not sure what like Nintendo was trying to do here, because I feel like if anything, you would want to just get the Wii U, because the Wii Mini, only Wii games. Wii U, it's backwards compatible for Wii games. Because like, okay, think of it this way. At that time, around the release of the Wii Mini, the Wii was already pretty much like a retro console because the new generation of the Wii U was out. So Nintendo really didn't have any plans to release any more Wii games. Its shift in focus has been primarily put onto the Wii U. So the Wii U's price at the launch was around $300. So only really $50 more than just the OG Wii. So really just for like a couple $100 for either Wii or Wii U. Because even with like the Wii at least, you could play online. I feel like you can just get a lot more out of either console. But like I said, if there was just someone out there that's like only Wii games, I play this on my downtime, it's not a big deal, not really into the whole shebang, I guess if you want to save a couple $100, Wii Mini would be your guy. And honestly now, like I think that's why they're releasing the Nintendo Switch 2 as the Nintendo Switch 2 to like really clarify to the people like, yes, this is a different and new console, so they don't run into like that same problem that they had with the Wii U again. But the years between consoles are like kind of silly if you look at it, like a good old silly time. I think the only one that really like kind of, I don't know, had good like back-to-back releases was the PS2. The PS2 was released in 2000, 4 years later, 2004, you had the PS2 Slim, and then just 5 years after that, you had the PS3. I think that's some good time for people to be like, you know what, don't know when the next PlayStation's coming out, Slim or no Slim, you know? But Xbox kind of almost did the same thing as Nintendo, not as, I don't want to say bad, but like, not as bad as what Nintendo did. The Xbox 360 was released in 2005, and then just 5 years later, you got the Xbox 360 Slim, but then just 3 years after that, Xbox One. So. But then again, obviously, no one knew about the Wii Mini or the Wii U.